आज हम स्टार्ट करेंगे बेसिक ऑफ आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस एंड रोबोटिक्स। ठीक है, इसका पहला क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। द बेस्ट इंटरफेस इज, तो क्या है GUI? GUI मीन्स होता है ग्राफिक्स यूजर इंटरफेस। ठीक, नेक्स्ट देखते हैं। इन द नॉर्मल हिल क्लाइंबिंग प्रोसेस द एंड स्टेट डिपेंड्स ऑन विच डिपेंड हाउ द नेक्स्ट स्टेट इज chosen. Furniture is an example of entity which is entity which is a real world but needed in the program. What is the major difference between human program solver and computer program which a human learn from experience? Okay, next question. The path of the solution in the miscellaneous cannibal problem depend on choosing which is C, which is M and C values. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। In modern day computer terminology, AI popularly stands for artificial intelligence. Who among the following considered as the father of artificial intelligence? John McCarthy, who coined the term artificial intelligence, which is a John McCarthy. Frames supports which is all of these classes object multiple inheritance. Progression and regression, which is a can be used with heuristics. An action chosen in PSP can be added anywhere in the plan. Which of the following is a free implementation of the programming language prolong, string prolong? In NLP, the conference resolution is defined as the task of finding all experience expressions that refer to the sum entity in text. In terms of machine learning, the correct full form of ROC curve is receiver operating characteristic curve. Which of the following is an unsupervised machine learning algorithm? Clustering. AI computing focus on dash and conventional computing focus on dash and dash. The correct answer is C, which is AI computing focus on information and conventional computing focus on data and knowledge. Next question is, the intelligent agent sees through and take action through the sensor and actuators. In AI, the problem solving using judgmental or common sense part is generally known as DAS approach, which is a stick approach. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is a field that aims to develop intelligent machines. In artificial intelligence, which among the following agents describe high quality behavior, diffuse happiness, which is utility based agent? Who is the inventor of artificial intelligence? Which is John McCarthy. The characteristic of a computer system that is capable of reasoning, learning, and problem solving is termed as artificial intelligence. Which of the following is a branch of artificial intelligence? Is machine learning. The field that investigates the mechanism of human intelligence is cognitive science. Which of the following is an application of artificial intelligence? The correct answer is the B. B1 is the correct language understanding and problem solving, text analytic and NLP. Next question is, what is the purpose of regression techniques in machine learning, which is a prediction based on which of the following parameter artificial intelligence is characterized based on capability and functionality? Which of the following is a component of artificial intelligence learning? What is the function of an artificial intelligence agent, which is a mapping of preceptive sequence to an action? Which of the following is not the commonly used programming language for artificial intelligence? Next question is, what is the function of the system student, which is the system which can read and solve algebra word problem? Which of the following is not an applicable of a DBMS? Next, which of the following machine require input from the human but can interpret the output themselves, which is AI system? Dash number of informed search methods are there in artificial intelligence 4. Which of the following are the approach of artificial intelligence? So applied approach, with strong approach, weak approach, and all of the mentioned. Face recognition system based on which type of approach? Weak AI, applied AI approach, or ऑप्शन आपका cognitive AI approach and strong AI approach, तो hence weak AI approach ऑप्शन बी। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। which of the following can improve the performance on an AI agent which is a learning? On which of the following approach a basic line following the robotics is based, which is weak approach? Who was the father founder of artificial intelligence? John M. Cathy. Automatic detection and alarm system not required for car parking area. The space in which a robot operates is best described. The space work envelope. D option is an original intangible message feed into the algorithm as input as known as dash, while coded message proceed as output is called dash, which is a plain text and secret text. Machine learning. Fault tolerance is an attribute describe the ability of system to deal with incorrect information. The description of Google's self-driving car indicate dash is required in real AI problem solving process. Complex data structure, huge amount of data processing, varieties of input coming from various sources. All of these in simulated and aligning the bed move sometimes allowed in genetic algorithm when we use a partial map crossover. Once the children have the partial part from one parent, the rest picked up from another parent, picked up from same parent, and they picked up based on random map. None of these hence option is correct. Picked up from another parent. Next question देखते हैं. The enabling schedule is about the description of temperature values for next move. The difference between actual value and expected values to an output layer determination is the error. The ability of the system getting correct answer despite the user providing incorrect data as part of the input is known as fault tolerance. Each solution in SSS is known as behavior strategy. When we have beta cutoff as 5 and minimize we get value of 6, we will stop further exploration. The alpha beta cutoff work the best when which is ordering is better. When we have alpha cutoff is 5 and at maximum pay we get value 6, which we will improve the alpha value. Deletion in the PDDL describe which is the removal of a component in the new state. In a 8 puzzle problem, it is possible to clearly decide the state once we decide the sequence of moves. What means its problem where which is all of the above, which means that the complete world is visible, the simple planning is possible, the inverse is predictable. This and so all of these. Next question. One of the objective of instruction detection system is confirm that progression is equivalent if the new substance assemble more than global state. The optimal solution GSP subgoals must be independent. Critical component of formalization in ES design is dash of the user business knowledge. Is support planning is primarily used for which is a help user solving problem not being before. The input forms of ES should be mimicked with an expert consultation model. For ES to be successful, dash is encouraged. The rapid prototype change at a rapid prototyping phase, expert complete involvement in all of these. Average number of children for the node of the tree is known as visual branching factor. Unguided search is about searching without a restrict. Generate test is fault when the cover there is no heretic, search space is too large, there is no rule, hence all of these are the. When the solution space is searched instant of state space, each of nodes contains which is a solution. During the hill climbing process, when all children have same values as parent, the situation is known as plateau. In NMRS, or the outlist contains statement which is always false, which is true ones, which are those because some other true statement need to be false, hence all of the above. Every recursive procedure contains dash part which is an interactive cell. The resolution process requires dash of the statement to be provided. Okay. causal form. A heuristic function which tracks the search process in the local maximum is a diastatic function which is local. During the building part of the minimax algorithm used for two players game playing involved in which is all of the true exploration applying static evolution function accommodate path and SCF reductions all of these. One of the two common questions about heuristic function is to how to solve such function, how to calculate the value, how to compare values to different sites and all of these. ठीक है next question देखते हैं. What is not needed in BFS through in an essential part of DFS which is a backtracking when it is likely to reach a dead end and there is no possibility of going back which a to search is better. When an action removes the predict of a causal link, it is known as helped as the link clip. When the goal components are dependent on each other, the goal component result into changing one change another. SEF is a measure of the constitution and judgment about the game position which a expert BFS find which is a all solution. Dendral operates by first applying constraint to having valid state. When we always pick up a node better than current, it is called steep ascent hill climbing. The information about explored node is kept is best first search to make it sure, which is a C. It does not transverse already explored path. Where, where there is no child, which is better, the best first search pickup, which is the best from unexplored node list. In solving TSP using ACO, each agent acts like an end-time transverse on different paths. Preeminence along that path. Choose a path with more preeminence value with more probability. All of the above. Ants are most probably try to follow a path with shortest distance, shortest value, a possibility to find a return path. All of the above. When a part of one present parent is copied into a child and the rest is filled using the mapping from another parent is known as partial mapped crossover. How many tours are possible for 6 cities in TSP 120? At each iteration that happens to the values of both threshold and their position in the argument list, which is a value ignited and position interchange. The path when over is called is taken and null wise, which is a path is set to other method. Both cutoff are applied in dash, which is all of the next question is which representation allows single point crossover in TSP problem path? Mutation process in GA, which is a genetically different children. In GA, solutions are dash over each iteration modified. What is needed to constrain the search process is to become possible to carry search out in real time. Heuristics. One node is explored less times in IDA and RDF, which is the number of joint paths in its path. The limitation of IDA is that which is to explore the entity trees in each iteration not well suited for well connected graph. Admissible heretics function is not always good for other perspectives and all of these. Professor Crook designed two algorithms which is discussed in the course while working on problem with dash domain which is a combinatorial explosion. The value of gene algorithm indicates root node to current node distance. The admission function is no use if it does not fulfill other criteria. Suppose the following H and S dash values are available of successive iteration that can you say about the admissibility is consistent overestimation. After activating a split, one might need dash to when subsequent statement prove be counter deactivated. The reason for introduction of script in that of event which is all of the above. CD is considered stronger representation when systematic net because CD links are well defined. In the case of minimax algorithm, the alpha beta name usually shape a subtree. Consider a minimax algorithm being applied to a minimized pay which value will be backed up in the following case -9. In the minimax algorithm, the beta value is applied at minimizing layer. Why both players choose n over d in the game playing N can lead to win, D is just drawn, not win. One can still save even if N need to bad move, solve of the above. While deciding the degree of freedom, one must check if the piece under consideration and possibility of moving in how many directions. If yes, EF calculation W1 is weight derived from calculating expert idea about how good this component is. Consider the state space representation method described in the course in the third representation of the farmer of chicken grain problem. Why do you think the value is multiplied to a chosen? It is easier to see if them is on left or right side. One solution is combinatorial explosion in the use which is a heuristics. What is the main goal of supervised learning, which is to predict the output using labeled data? Which of the following is an example of unsupervised learning, which K means clustering? What does overfitting means in machine learning? Model learning, the noise and outliner in the training data. Which of these is common evaluation metric for regression model, which is the mean squared error? What is the purpose of the activation function in neural network? To introduce nonlinearity in the model. What is a cross-validation used for machine learning? To reduce overfitting by using multiple validation sets. Which of the following is a type of immiscible learning, which is a random forest? Which of the following method is used for dimensionality reduction, principal component analysis? Which of the following is a type of neural network commonly used for image recognition, convolutional neural network? Which algorithm is commonly used for classification problem, decision trees, neural network? Normal user in ES, which is act as recipient of expert job. What will experts do when he receives a message that a process is trying to access a system file that seem interval, which is a terminate that process, quarantine that process, verify that warning, and solve of these. The most important of the expert system as is a domain knowledge, which layer is responsible for learning about feature of the input hidden layer. What is the difference between W1IJ and W2IJ? Which is a layer are different, weights are different, error in different, all of these. The single layer pastron is not used in practice as they cannot solve dash problem, which is non-linearly separable. Value indicates which is activation value. The conceptualization is the idea of the statement, the English meaning of the statement, the conceptual unity, and all of these. The word throw required as action primitive propel. The CD represent it free from word used in settlement, is free from the language, might contain information not present in the statement, all of these. The predicts connected with VR2V, which is a change to predict without universal quantifier. The dash indicate that the resolution process completes successfully true, not for all x predict, which is a there exists not predict. There are multiple ways in which we can dash in predict logic, represent knowledge at any given point in time. If the best first search find the code node list empty, what should we do? Report failure. Refinement search requires multiple trees with correct answer is the none of these. Next question is, if there are two ants who found the food source, it is shorter path traveled by one ant will be more formanic because which is a ant travel at constant speed and deposit pyramid at constant speed. The to protect constituents, all of these. The deep blue had dash SEF component is 8000. When is the back propagation unnecessary? The values are not improved, we are not getting better path, there are no children to explore, hence all of these. In best first search of the value G indicates which is the distance from start node to current node. The process choosing a move in a two-player game is which is done in two phases, done after finding back value from leaves, done to generate a game tree with a specific height, hence all of these. In concept learning, the hypothesis is tested with all of these. Mission critical expert system have additional burden on them to do things right. In n-fold consolidation, the training and testing sets are derived from the same data. While converting to causal form, the implication is removed using conversion is A is less than or equal to B, same as A is union B. Not for all X predict, which is there exists no predict. Why NMRS keep untrue statement in the database? Because they might come in sometime, they need to be three for some other statement to be true. They might need to disprove something based on them, and so all of the above. Why is op scale not suitable for testing ES? Because more than one answer may be right. Some system might fail. Sometimes the solution depend on the contestants. All of the above. The A if the estimate are not back propagate dash will happen and prevent with some incorrect statement. Parents can still choose an optimal path. Parent may have incorrect G value, hence all of the above. The underestimation is about H always being less than that, which is less H. One need to back through A is then which is there is a better path available than children. Dash any information becoming informed to export during the initial process by ES development and used later for decision making, the KE. Knowledge engineer. The process of resolution requires same predict and opposite sign. While processing for resolution, once the WFF is represented as cojunctions of disjunctions such as cojunctions are to be written as separate statement. An MRS can have index information unlike predict logic true. Avians is a dash D fudging word. DFID is a special case of DFDBS where the depth is equal to depth plus 1. In simulated analysis, the difference of heretic values of current state and a candidate state for next move is known as T. While dealing with a neural network, when the problem is not confined to find a relation between attributes to an outcome, but segregate inputs into graph groups in ways that inputs and similar attribute together, it is known as all of the above. Why the typical BPNN algorithm name as back propagation, the error is propagated backward. Unlike square function, the sigmoidal function allows the network to learn for incorrect outputs. Through the multi-layer perception is able to solve non-linearly separable problem. It is still not foolproof. It is because it cannot find optimal solution. Rationality of an agent is measured by the extent to which the objectives are matched. When H overestimate the H values B solution, we cannot guarantee to have optimal. The end colony optimization is a multi-agent algorithm, parallel algorithm which prefer choosing a path with maximum normal value, hence all of the above. The case of script additionally used with weighted in BPNN indicate which output unit number. One of the capabilities of brain to deal with dash information incomplete. The sigmoidal function is which means that sigmoidal function is an activation function. Again, next question is what is strong A single layer feed forward neural network preprocessing. What is an auto-associative network? Which is a neural network that contains feedback. A four input neuron with weight 1, 2, 3, and 4 and transfer function is linear and the constant of the proportionality being equal to 2. The inputs are 4, 10, 5 and 20 respectively. What will be the output and 238 ठीक है इस तरीके से आप निकाल सकते हैं. Next question, which of the following is true? First statement, on average neural network have higher computational rate than conventional computer. Neural network learn by example. Neural network mimic the way the human brain, hence all the mentions are true. Which of the following is true for neural network? First, the training time depends on the size of the network. Second, neural network can be simulated on the conventional computer. Third, neural network are identical in operation to biological ones, and 1 and 2 are true. What is the advantage of neural network for conventional computer? First statement, their ability to learn by example. Second, they are more fluent tolerant. They are more suitable for real-time operation due to their high computational rate. Hence, all are the correct which are mentioned. Which of the following is true? Single layer associative neural network do not have the ability to first perform pattern recognition. Second, find the party of a picture, determine whether two or more shapes in the pictures are connected to, hence two and third are true. Which is true for neural network? First, it is set to node and connection. Each node computes its weighted input. Nodes could be excited state or non-excited, hence all of the mentioned. What is a neuro software? Hence, it is powerful and easy neural network. What is backpropagation? It is a transmission of error back through the network to allow it to be adjusted so that network can learn. Why are linearly separable problems of interest of neural network researcher? Because they are only class of problems that Stron can solve successfully. Which of the following is not a promise of artificial neural network? It can explain result. Neural networks are complex with many parent linear functions. What is the name of the function of the following statement? Perception adds all the weighted input it receives and if exceed a certain value its output is 1, otherwise it just output 0, which is a heaviside function. The network that involves backward links from output to input and hidden layer is called, which is a recurrent neural network. Which of the following is the application of an neural network, which is all of the mentioned: sales forecasting, data validation, risk management, and so all of the correct. अब बाकी का हम पार्ट 2 में कवर करेंगे. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe.